kurve sevanchakayena vande samskritamataram yo narah samskritavyo hyalayam ramate muda samskritim chaiva samskaram vindate natra samshayaha. Vyoma Linguistic Labs welcomes you all to the Learn to Chant Ashtadhyayi Sutras Part 2. Today we are starting this course on 17th April 2025 Thursday. The class date and timings will be every Tuesday and Thursday. We will be having these classes from 5 to 6 p.m. IST. As you know, the teacher for this course is our Venkatasubramanian sir, who is the founder of Vyoma Linguistic Labs. He does not need an elaborate introduction, but for the benefit of the new joinees, he is a Vidvat in Vyakarana Shastra and Alankara Shastra, and he has experience of more than 30 years in teaching Sanskrit and Vyakarana. And the co-teacher is Amogha Rao. Amogha Rao is a disciple of Venkatasubramanian sir. He also has an in-depth teaching knowledge for the past 15 years. We welcome our co-teachers and the panelists to this course. And to join the course, as you all know, please go to the Sanskrit from Home org and log in with your credentials. Please note that the Join Now button, which you see over here, will be active once the teacher starts the session. In case you have logged in before we start the session, please refresh the browser so that you get the Join Now button to join the class. And you can join, this is a webinar, so you can join it from any of the devices that you have, your laptops, Android or iOS devices. And the standard symbols, you can raise your hand if you have any doubts. Then there's a Q&A panel where you can send your questions. Please keep yourself muted. And for the best experience, please use headphones. And also, you know that we have our Sanskrit from Home mobile app, so that you can learn on the go, easily take classes from anywhere and anytime. So what is the Ashtadhyayi? The Ashtadhyayi is a fundamental text composed by Maharishi Panini in Sanskrit. It is a set of grammatical rules which are described very concisely through the sutras. The text itself consists of about 4,000 sutras. It is divided into 8 chapters. Each chapter is further divided into 4 parts or called as padas. In the first part, we had the first course, which we covered chapters 1 and 2. It covered of about 619 sutras. Now, in this course, which is course number 2, in a series of 6 parts, we will be covering chapters 7 and 8. And this set has about 807 sutras. And the estimated number of hours for this will be about 42 hours, which will be conducted every Tuesday and Thursday at the same time. This is a credit-based course, and part 2, which you are currently attending, is a 3-part credit system. The entire Ashtadhyayi itself, since it is a credited course, it will be taught in a series of 6 different courses, and it will span up to about 2 years. What are the prerequisites for this course? Basic knowledge of Devanagari script and Sanskrit, chanting and reading expertise of Sanskrit shlokas, texts, and like every other course, the Shraddha, devotion, and patience to memorize and fluently read the sutras, that too without expecting that meanings will be taught through this class. The structure of the class itself is, this is a teaching session, which will be a 1 hour of chanting, and the teacher will be chanting 1 time, which will be repeated twice by our panelists, and we aim to cover about 40 to 50 sutras in every class. Followed by this, there will be practice session. There will be students will get the opportunity to chant the sutras which have been taught in the previous class. And also we have a Q&A which will be opened at the end of the class where students can ask any relevant questions which are related to this particular class. Please note, questions can also be asked over email. For whom is this class applicable? Students who are interested in learning the Vyakarana Shastra, students who want to memorize Ashtadhyayi, remember and recall the sutras easily, and students who can dedicate the time and effort to fluently read the sutras. Please note that we will not be teaching the meaning of the sutras itself, or we will not be touching upon the significance or the sequence of the sutras in this particular course. And like always, the best practices remain the same. Attend the classes regularly, listen to the teacher, chanting attentively. Also, hear to the panelists who will be chanting it soon after the teacher. Participate in our practice sessions and revise whatever is taught in the class daily. For all the relevant communications, we have our WhatsApp group where we will be keeping you updated about any information which is related only and only to this course, and occasionally we may send announcements which may be helpful for you related to Vyoma and any new upcoming courses that we may be bringing out from Vyoma. Please do not use this group to send any messages which are not directly related to the course itself. I will now hand it over to our teachers to take the course forward. Happy learning to all of you. Namaste.
Just to give a brief of why we need to study Ashtadhyayi. So as already Deepthi Bhagini has told, the Ashtadhyayi is the primary or the foundational text for Vyakarana Shastra. Anyone who has to learn Vyakarana Shastra should learn Ashtadhyayi. So secondly, the memorization and fluent reading of these sutras will help in understanding the meanings of the sutras later. So if you are an entrant to the Vyakarana Shastra, so first memorizing the Ashtadhyayi is very critical, which will help you in the later stages. So coming to the next part, next point, memorization will act as a catalyst for deep understanding of the Paninian intention. That is, why the sutra is here, what is the significance of the sequence of the sutras, why a particular sutra is in between some other sutras. So all this you'll be able to understand better if you have memorized the sutras. Next, another important point is there is a saying in Mahabhashya, which is written by Bhagavan Patanjali. So there Patanjali Maharshi says, Chandovat Sutrani Bhavanti. That is, the sutras, the Ashtadhyayi sutras are equivalent to the Vedas. So whatever punya is obtained is accrued from chanting the Vedic mantras. The same punya is accrued by the chanting of these Ashtadhyayi sutras also. So to accrue punya, to learn the Sanskrit grammar, to have the deep understanding of Paninian grammar, we should learn Ashtadhyayi. Also, Mendeleev, who was the inventor of the periodic table, he took inspiration from the structure of Ashtadhyayi. It is said that he saw through the structure of Ashtadhyayi and took an inspiration and then designed the periodic table. Also, there are many case studies, many researches done to prove that Paninian grammar has direct parallels with computer science and many NLP, the natural language processing and those things. So this is very useful for the current studies of computer, language processing, etc., and also for the Paninian Vyakarana Shastra studies. So coming to the resources which will be used or which will be useful for this course is, the first one is the ashtadhyayi.com, which will be shared in this class. So in each class, we'll be sharing the website wherein the sutras will be present. So that will be taught. So this is the link, ashtadhyayi.com/chanting. So this is the home page which you will be seeing if you enter the URL provided here. So next, there are other resources. Some ask what is the book suggested for this course. So we suggest this edition, the Ashtadhyayi book published by Chaukamba. So this edition is preferred because there are bold markings which annotate that the anuvritti, which pada is continued for the next sutras, etc., is provided there. So it is very helpful if you are studying Vyakarana Shastra. Anyhow, that will not be directly relevant or useful for this course, but it will be useful for you in the future. So this is the edition which is preferred and suggested. So next, coming to the audios. So we have the audio tool, Ashtadhyayi Sutra Patha audio tool is present. All the 4,000 sutras are recorded and can be listened to whenever we have time. So consistent listening to Ashtadhyayi will help us in memorizing and fluent chanting, chanting fluently all the sutras. So the link is provided here. You can also go to the website samskrit-from-home.org. There under courses, if you just search Ashtadhyayi, you will get all the resources. So this tool is also available there. There is also another tool, the interactive tool for memorizing Ashtadhyayi, wherein the audio, whichever I showed now, that audio is, you can just listen to the audio, but here you also have the text and you have the loop in feature, wherein say if you want to memorize a set of 5 or 10 sutras, you can loop in the sutras, say start from the first sutra and end at fifth sutra, and then again it will start from the first sutra. So like that, you can keep the loop feature. You can also control the speed of the audio, and there are other features which you can explore. So this is very, very highly recommended product which everyone of us can access. So the link for this product will also be shared in the Zoom chat link. You can access from there. So if you are unable to click the link, you can just go to the Sanskrit from Home website. There, if you click on the courses and if you search for Ashtadhyayi or just search for this name, repeat and memorize Ashtadhyayi, you will get this course link. There, you can go and access the course. This is a paid product, but it is very helpful. You will let us know how useful it is once you use it. So now we will there's another important key announcement. So there's a prize money of up to 21,000 rupees for those who memorize all the 8 chapters and pass the cumulative assessment. So currently we have finished the first and second chapters. By God's grace, many of us have also memorized the sutras. Now we are currently doing the 7th and 8th chapter. In the future, we will do the 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th chapters. So after all the chapters are completed, we will have a cumulative assessment, wherein if you pass the cumulative assessment, you will be awarded the cash amount of up to 21,000 rupees. So different criteria, etc., is given. You can access the course page to know more about the price. So now we will start with the class. request Mahodaya to take.
येनाक्षरसमाम्नायमधिगम्य महेश्वरात् कृत्स्नं व्याकरणं प्रोक्तं तस्मै पाणिनये नमः। येनाक्षरसमाम्नायमधिगम्य महेश्वरात् कृत्स्नं व्याकरणं प्रोक्तं तस्मै पाणिनये नमः। येन धौता गिरः पुंसां विमलैः शब्दवारिभिः तमश्चाज्ञानजं भिन्नं तस्मै पाणिनये नमः। वाक्यकारं वररुचिं भाष्यकारं पतञ्जलिं पाणिनिं सूत्रकारं च प्रणतोऽस्मि मुनित्रयम्। दृश्यते वा?
आं महोदय दृश्यते।
स्नेहापि अस्ति वा? अस्तु अस्तु। स्नेहा वक्तुमर्हति वा? कृपया वीडियो।
आम् आम् अस्मि। वीडियो नागच्छति।
एवम्।
आगच्छति इदानीम्।
अथ पाणिनीयसूत्रपाठे सप्तमाध्याये प्रथमः पादः।
अथ पाणिनीयसूत्रपाठे सप्तमाध्याये प्रथमः पादः। अथ पाणिनीयसूत्रपाठे सप्तमाध्याये प्रथमः पादः।
अथ पाणिनीयसूत्रपाठे
अथ पाणिनीयसूत्रपाठे प्रथमाध्याये सप्तमाध्याये प्रथमः पादः।
अहं
अथ
वदामि, एकनिमिषम्, अहं वदामि, भवती अनुवदतु। अथ पाणिनीयसूत्रपाठे
अथ पाणिनीयसूत्रपाठे अथ पाणिनीयसूत्रपाठे
सप्तमाध्याये
सप्तमाध्याये
प्रथमः पादः।
प्रथमः पादः
युवोरनाकौ
युवोरनाकौ
आयन्
आयन्
येयीन्
एयीन्
ईयः
ईयः
अढखछघाम्
फठखछघाम्
प्रत्ययादीनाम्
प्रत्ययादीनाम्
झोन्तः
झोन्तः
अदभ्यस्तात्
अदभ्यस्तात्
आत्मनेपदेष्वनतः
आत्मनेपदेष्वनतः
शीङोरुट्
शीङोरुट्
वेत्तेर्विभाषा
वेत्तेर्विभाषा
बहुलं छन्दसि
बहुलं छन्दसि
अतोभिस ऐस्
अतोभिस ऐस्
बहुलं छन्दसि
बहुलं छन्दसि
नेदम्
नेदम्
अदसोरकोः
अदसोरकोः
टाङसि
टाङसि
ङसाम्
ङसाम्
इनात् स्याः
इनात् स्याः
ङेर्यः
ञेर्यः
सर्वनाम्नः स्मै
सर्वना
सर्वनाम्नस्मै
सर्वना
सर्वनाम्नस्मै
सर्वनाम्नस्मै
नसिञ्योः
ङसिञ्योः
मात्स्मिनौ
स्मात्स्मिनौ
पूर्वादिभ्यो पूर्वादिभ्यः
पूर्वादिभ्यः पूर्वादिभ्यः
नवभ्यो वा
नवभ्यो वा नवभ्यो वा
जषष्षि
जसषि जसषि
औङ आपः
औङ आपः औङ आपः
नपुंसकाच्च
नपुंसकाच्च नपुंसकाच्च
जषशोः शिः
जश्शसोः शिः जश्शसोः शिः
अष्टाभ्य औष
अष्टाभ्य औष अष्टाभ्य औष
षड्भ्यो लुक्
षड्भ्यो लुक् षड्भ्यो लुक्
स्वमोर्नपुंसकात्
स्वमोर्नपुंसकात् स्वमोर्नपुंसकात्
अतोम्
अतोम् अतोम्
अदड् डतरादिभ्यः
अदड्डतरादिभ्यः अदड्डतरादिभ्यः
पञ्चभ्यः
पञ्चभ्यः पञ्चभ्यः
नेतराच्छन्दसि
नेतराच्छन्दसि नेतराच्छन्दसि
युष्मदस्मद्भ्याम्
युष्मदस्मद्भ्यां युष्मदस्मद्भ्यां
नसोष
ङसोष ङसोष
ङे प्रथमयोरम्
ङे प्रथमयोरम ङे प्रथमयोरम
शसो न
शसोन शसोन
भ्यसोभ्यम्
भ्यसोभ्यं भ्यसोभ्यं
पञ्चम्या अत्
पञ्चम्या अत् पञ्चम्या अत्
एकवचनस्य च
एकवचनस्य च एकवचनस्य च
साम आकम्
साम आकं साम आकम्
आत औ नळः
आत औ नलः आत औ नलः
तुह्योस्तातम्
तुह्योस्तातं तुह्योस्तातं
आशिष्यन्यतरस्याम्
आशिष्यन्यतरस्याम् आशिष्यन्यतरस्याम्
विदेशतुर्वसुः
विदेश्चतुर्वसुः विदेश्चतुर्वसुः
समासेनैपूर्वे
समासेनै पूर्वे समासेनै पूर्वे
त्वोल्यप्
त्वोल्यप् त्वोल्यप्
त्वापिच्छन्दसि
क्त्वापि छन्दसि क्त्वापि छन्दसि
सुपां सुलुक्
सुपां सुलुक् सुपां सुलुक्
पूर्वसवर्ण
पूर्वसवर्ण पूर्वसवर्ण
आ- आच्छे आच्छे
आच्छे आच्छे
याडाड्या
याडाड्या याडाड्या
याजालः
याजालः याजालः
अमोमश्
अमोमश अमोमश
लोपस्त आत्मनेपदेषु
लोपस्त आत्मनेपदेषु लोपस्त आत्मनेपदेषु
ध्वमोध्वात्
ध्वमोध्वात् ध्वमोध्वात्
यजध्वैनमिति च
यजध्वैनमिति च यजध्वैनमिति इति च
तस्य तात
तस्य तात तस्य तात
तप तनप
तप्तनप तप्तनप
तनथनाश्च
तनथनाश्च तनथनाश्च
इदन्तोमसि
इदन्तोमसि इदन्तोमसि
त्वायुक् त्वायक्
त्वायक्
तोयक्
त्वायक्
क्षम्यतां तोयक्
क्त्वोयक् क्त्वोयक्
इष्टीनमिति च
इष्टीनमिति च इष्टीनमिति च
स्नात्व्यादयश्च
स्नात्व्यादयश्च स्नात्व्यादयश्च
आज्यसे रसुक्
आज्यसे रसुक् आज्यसे रसुक्
अश्वक्षीर
अश्वक्षीर अश्वक्षीर
वृषलवणानां
वृषलवणानां वृषलवणानाम्
आत्मप्रीतौख्यचि
आत्मप्रीतौक्यचि आत्मप्रीत्यौकचि प्रीतौक्यचि
आमि सर्वनां नः सुट्
आमि सर्वनां नः सुट् आमि सर्वनां नः सुट्
त्रयस्त्रयः
त्रेस्त्रयः त्रेस्त्रयः
ह्रस्वनद्यापो नुट्
ह्रस्वनद्यापोनुट् ह्रस्वनद्यापोनुट्
षट्चतुर्भ्यश्च
षट्चतुर्भ्यश्च षट्चतुर्भ्यश्च
श्रीग्रामण्योश्छन्दसि
श्रीग्रामण्योश्छन्दसि श्रीग्रामण्योश्छन्दसि
गोः पादान्ते
गोः पादान्ते गोः पादान्ते
इति तोनुं धातोः
इदितोनुं धातोः इदितोनुं धातोः
शेमुचादीनां
शेमुचादीनां शेमुचादीनां
मज्जिनशोर्झलि
मश्चिनशोर्झलि मश्चिनशोर्झलि
रधिजभोरचि
रधिरभोरचि रधिरभोरचि
नेट्यलिटिरथेः
नेट्यल नेट्यलिटिरथेः नेट्यलिटिरथ नेट्यलिटिरथ रथेः
रभेरशब्लिटोः
रभेरशब्लिटोः रभेरशब्लिटोः
लभेश्च
लभेश्च लभेश्च
आङो इ
आङोयि आङोयि
उपात् प्रशंसायाम्
उपात् प्रशंसायाम् उपात् प्रशंसायाम्
उपसर्गात् खल्घयोः
उपसर्गात् खल्घयोः उपसर्गात् खल्घयोः
न सुदुर्भ्याम्
न सुदुर्भ्यां न सुदुर्भ्यां
केवलाभ्याम्
केवलाभ्यां केवलाभ्यां
विभाषा चिन्नमुलोः
विभाषा चिन्नमुलोः विभाषा चिन्नमुलोः
उगिदचाम्
उगिदचाम् उगिदचाम्
सर्वनामस्थाने
सर्वनामस्थाने सर्वनामस्थाने
अधातोः
अधातोः अधातोः
युजेरसमासे
युजेरसमासे युजेरसमासे
नपुंसकस्य झलचः
नपुंसकस्य झलचः नपुंसकस्य झलचः
इकोचि विभक्तौ
इकोचि विभक्तौ इकोचि विभक्तौ
तृतीयादिषु
तृतीयादिषु तृतीयादिषु
भाषितपुंस्कम्
भाषितपुंस्कं भाषितपुंस्कं
पुंवद्गालवस्य
पुंवद्गालवस्य पुंवद्गालवस्य
अस्तिदधि
अस्थिदधि अस्थिदधि
सत्यक्ष्णा सत्यक्ष्णाम्
सख्यक्ष्णां सख्यक्ष्णां
अनङ्गुदात्तः
अमनुदात्तः अमनुदात्तः
अनङ्गुदात्तः अनङ्ग उदात्तः अनङ्गुदात्तः
अनङ्गुदात्तः अनङ्गुदात्तः
छन्दस्यपि दृश्यते
छन्दस्यपि दृश्यते छन्दस्यपि दृश्यते
ईचद्विवचने
ईचद्विवचने ईचद्विवचने
नाभ्यस्ताच्छतुः
नाभ्यस्ताच्छतुः नाभ्यस्ताच्छतुः
वा नपुंसकस्य
वा नपुंसकस्य वा नपुंसकस्य
आच्छीर्णद्योर्नुम्
आच्छीनद्योर्नुम् आच्छीनद्योर्नुम्
शप्स्यनोर्नित्यम्
शप्शनोर्नित्यं शप्स्यनोर्नित्यं
सावनडुहः
सावनडुहः सावनडुहः
दृक्स्ववस्
दृक्स्ववस् दृक्स्ववस्
स्वतवसाम्
स्वतवसां स्वतवसां
छन्दसि
छन्दसि छन्दसि
दिव औत्
दिव औत् दिव औत्
पथि पथिमत्रिभुक्षामात्
पथिमथ्र्यभृक्षामात् पथिमथ्र्यभुक्षामात्
पथिमथि
पथिमथि पथिमथि
ऋभुक्षामात्
ऋभुक्षामात् ऋभुक्षामात्
पथिमथ्यऋभुक्षामात्
पथिमथिर्भुक्षामात् पथिमथिर्भुक्षामात्
सेकेंड वन वाज गुड इतोत् सर्वनामस्थाने
इतोत्सर्वनामस्थाने इतोत्सर्वनामस्थाने
कोऽन्थः
थोऽन्थः थोऽन्थः
भस्यटेर्लोपः
भस्यटेर्लोपः भस्यटेर्लोपः
पुंसोऽसुम्
पुंसोऽसुं पुंसोऽसुं
गोतोणित्
गोतोणित् गोतोणित्
नलुत्तमो वा
अनुत्तमो वा अनुत्तमो वा
सख्युरसम्बुद्धौ
सख्युरसम्बुद्धौ सख्युरसम्बुद्धौ
अनंसौ
अनंसौ अनंसौ
ऋदुषुनस् ऋदुषनस् ऋदुषनस्
ऋदुषनस् ऋदुषनस्
पुरुदंसः
पुरुदंसः पुरुदंसः
अनेहसां च
अनेहसां च अनेहसां च
त्रिज्वत्क्रोष्टुः
त्रिज्वत्क्रोष्टुः त्रिज्वत्क्रोष्टुः
स्त्रियां च
स्त्रियां च स्त्रियां च
विभाषा
विभाषा विभाषा
तृतीयादिष्वचि
तृतीयादिष्वचि तृतीयादिष्वचि
चतुरनडुः
चतुरनडुहो
दुहोः
चतुरन
चतुरनडुहोः
चतुरनडुहोः चतुरनडुहोः
आमुदात्तः
आमुदात्तः आमुदात्तः
अं सम्बुद्धौ
अं सम्बुद्धौ अं सम्बुद्धौ
ऋत इद्धातोः
ऋत इद्धातोः ऋत इद्धातोः
उपधायाश्च
उपधायाश्च उपधायाश्च
उदोष् उदोष्ट्यपूर्वस्य
उदोष्ट्यपूर्वस्य उदोष्ट्यपूर्वस्य
बहुलं छन्दसि
बहुलं छन्दसि बहुलं छन्दसि
युवोरष्टाभ्यो
युवोरष्टाभ्यो युवोरष्टाभ्यो
लोपोरधिशप्स्यनोः
लोपोरधिशप्स्यनोः लोपोरधिशप्स्यनोर्
उपधायास्त्रीणि
उपधायास्त्रीणि उपधायास्त्रीणि
इति पाणिनीयसूत्रपाठे
इति पाणिनीयसूत्रपाठे इति पाणिनीयसूत्रपाठे
सप्तमाध्याये प्रथमः पादः
सप्तमाध्याये प्रथमः पादः सप्तमाध्याये प्रथमः पादः
So Yuvaranakau is the first sutra. Then we have 21st sutra is Ashtabhya Ouch. So Yuvar Ashtabhyo. Then 41st sutra is Lopasta Atmane Padeshu. So Lopa is taken from there. 61st sutra is Radhi Jabhorachi. So Radhi from there. 81 sutra is Shapsyanor Nityam. 81. So Shapsyanoho. Then 101 is Upadhayas. Upadhayascha. So Upadhayaha. Then we have Trini. After that 100 sutras are over. 20 into 5. 5 markers or 5 memory words, phrases. After that we have 3 sutras. So 20 into 5 plus 3. 103 sutras in this pada. So we have done the first teaching. Request everybody to practice these sutras. If you have any questions related to the course, you can ask. That will be answered by our co-teacher or our e-learning administrator. So request all of you to join the WhatsApp group. So can Amogha put the link to the WhatsApp group?
The link has been shared in the chat.
Okay. So the most important thing that I want to share in this course is we have announced a prize for all the memorizers. If you are new to this course, still you can do 1 and 2 later. The people who have already memorized can memorize. People who have given the first 2 adhyayas as a fluent reader, now you want to memorize, please memorize. We are 7th and 8th, we will take around I think 4 months, 4.5 months, depending on classes, etc., breaks, etc. Around 4 months we will take to finish these 2 adhyayas. 4 to 4.5 months will go. So in that duration, easily we can by heart about 800 sutras we are targeting. Normally we have to do 20 sutras per day. That is the aim. Class will be on Tuesdays and Thursdays, but by hearting should be done 20 sutras per day. So 20 sutras you by heart, what is the meaning of by hearting? How do you memorize the sutras? So first step is to learn from the teacher. So you are learning from the class and from the teacher. So in the first class, I will teach you or an arco, ayane, yani, yaha, pada, ga, cha, gham, pratyadinam. Individual words will be taught if it is a big sutra. If it is a small sutra, the entire sutra will be taught. So then in the second class, we will teach the full sutra because all of you are already familiar with Sanskritam and you have read the other shlokas and other things. I will not say each and every letter. I am not going to split here. So to some extent, some words will be split wherever the sutra is big. Otherwise, we go with the sutra. And each sutra, like this, we will teach about 3 to 4 classes, depending on the time availability and how you are all telling. We will teach. If it is a big pada, if it has got more sutras, then we may teach for 4 times. Otherwise, we will teach for 3 times and do revision with everybody. So, which is nothing but again teaching and practicing. So So more importance will be given to practice in the class. So people who practice, even if you practice reading and you want to read or you want to recite, but you have to practice. So those students will be given chance to practice. Then after practice, if students have by hearted, we will ask them, have you by hearted 20 sutras? So the next class is on Tuesday. So we expect at least the small children who can listen to the audio, etc. They can chant 20 sutras. So if anybody is ready with 20 sutras, we will ask them, are you ready? So 20, 40, like that. Every day, if you by heart sutras, by Tuesday, you should be ready with 60 sutras actually. But what will happen is, since I have taught you only one time now, it may be very difficult to by heart now itself. So maybe second avriti teaching, or by the time I do the third avriti teaching, then your avriti at your house also will increase. So at your house, you are supposed to recite each sutra 10 times. Yoranako, 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 like this. So next sutra, Ayaneyiniya Padakachagam Patyadinam, Ayaneyiniya Padakachagam Patyadinam, like that you will tell 10 times. Then John Taha 10 times. Then then you will say Adabhyastat, 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 Atmane Padeshwarataha, Atmane Padeshwarataha. Now you have done 5. Now when you do 5, you go back to 1 and try to see if you can recollect the 5. Yoranatho, Ayaneyaniyaha, Jontaha, Adabhyastat, Atmane Padeshwarataha. So you know that you have got the 5. So once you have got the 5, you practice the exact letters, everything. Then you go to 6. You go to 6 and say Shing like that you do 10 times. Veter Bhasha. So you do it 10 times. Atobisai is Bahulam Chandasi. So you use fingers. So 6th one is Shing Veter Bhasha, Bahulam Chandasi, Atobisai is Bahulam Chandasi. 2 Bahulam Chandasis are there. Don't get confused. So 10 will be 8 and 10 is Bahulam Chandasi only. So 10 sutras over. Now you do 6 to 10. Veter Bhasha, Bahulam Chandasi, Atobisai. Sorry, Shingorut Veter Vibhasha Bahulam Chandasi, Atobisai is Bahulam Chandasi. So you have got 6 to 10. Now you start from Yoranako to 10. Yoranako, Ayaneyaniyaha, Jontaha, Dabhyastat, Atmanepadeshmatha, Shingorut Veter Vibhasha Bahulam Chandasi, Atobisai is Bahulam Chandasi. So 10 you got. Like this you practice so that you get 10. But in between you will lose 1 or 2. Then you go back to the book and see which one you have lost. Then again you practice. So like this 1 to 10 you get. Next go to 11. 11 to 50. Then 1 to 15. Then 16 to 20. 11 to 20. 1 to 20. This will take 20 minutes to do this entire thing. If the sutras are small. 20 minutes to half an hour it will take to do this by heart. How much time it will take, Sneha?
Around
The
that.
process.
Yeah.
The process which I told.
It will take 20 minutes. It will be able to finish in 20 minutes, 20 sutras.
20 sutras easily will do in 20 minutes. This is what is required. Per day, 20 only you have to do. Keep on doing. In 5 days, you will do 100 sutras. So, and after you do 100, do 1 to 100. So 20 you do on one day. Next day you do 21 to, see this is day 1. Day 1 we have done 1 to 20 like this, 20 minutes. Day 2 will not be 20 minutes because day 2 will be 21 to 40. Then we will do 1 to 40 division on day 2, which will take 5 more minutes. Day 3 will be 41 to 60, 15 minutes or 20 minutes. Then 21 to 60, 1 to 60 or 1 to 60 directly you can do. Day 3. Day 4 will be 60 to 80. So day 4 timing of your by hearting will be more. You may require half an hour. Day 5, you will require about 40 minutes to do this entire 100 sutras. But the speed will increase because you have already done in day 3, you have practiced 1 to 60. In day 4, you have practiced 1 to 80. Your confidence will increase, or your speed will increase, your confidence will increase, and you will quickly learn the 100. This is how 103 sutras, this is how we have to do in 5 days. Ideally, 20 sutras per day. If you are giving 20 minutes, you can easily do. If you are doing 10 sutras per day, it will reduce by the time will increase. The time, in the sense, the time of memorization, the duration, what you can do in 5 days will be achieved in 10 days. But your time per day will reduce. You can decide how you want to do. But we have to give our full prioritization for the by heart. And then only this will be it's not like a Harikatha class. You come to the class, you listen to some teacher telling, later you, okay, if I have time, I will do. All those things you should not have. People who have by-hearted first 2 adhyayas, please make sure I am committed to by-hearting. First of all, we have given break between first 2 adhyayas and this. By the time we are doing this adhyaya, you would have already forgotten the first adhyaya. So first 2 adhyaya we should remember. Actually, there should be no break for this class. Actually, it should be a daily class. But there are practical difficulties. Everybody cannot attend daily class, which is why we have the audio. So all of us should purchase the audio. The ashtadhyayi.com. Please purchase the audio. Don't worry about the money and other things. Please purchase the audio and start listening to the audio, and make sure you use the audio whenever you don't have class. You by heart using the audio. Practice using the audio. This is the best method, and these methods have to be followed. Then only this Ashtadhyayi will be memorized. So after we do Pada 1, Pada 2, Pada 3, Pada 4 individually, then in between you have to ask somebody to ask the sutras. Somebody will question you with Nyer Yaha, what is the next sutra? Then Nyer Yaha Savanam Nasmai. Like that, you have to keep on telling. Guessing your smarts, Like that, we keep on telling and we practice. Once we practice the full Adhyaya, then we give the final exam. And 7 and 8 will be a cumulative exam of 7 and 8 also we have to give. Like that, we have to give the entire 8 Adhyayas, cumulative exam. So the student who does the entire 8 Adhyayas, this time we have announced directly that we will give a cash prize to every student who does. Suppose 60 students are there today in class. All 60 by heart, everybody will get that cash prize. Vyoma is fortunate to have supporters who can support these kind of initiative, rewards initiative. So we will contact our donors and we will get the prizes, and definitely these prizes can be achieved. We want at least more and more people to achieve this, not for the sake of prize money, but also for the sake of internalizing Ashtadhyayi. Today the most, so I will ask one question to Sneha. Which is the most spoken about field today in the world of computer science? Everybody speaks about 2 words.
Oh,
What is
AI.
it? AI.
Artificial.
Artificial intelligence. So if you want to study artificial intelligence and do language modeling, etc., the only subject or which we have to study is Paninian grammar and Panini's Ashtadhyayi. So Panini's Ashtadhyayi is as important as AI today in this world. A person who knows both Paninian grammar and AI, not only the sutras but also the meanings, etc., the application, He is the most wanted person in the world today. So this is not an ordinary knowledge that we are getting. And to start with, it will be memorizing. People will think, well, why they are only teaching memorizing, they are not teaching courses related to meanings. In Vyoma, we have, for courses related to meanings, we have separate courses conducted by Dr. Soumya Krishnapur on Laghu Siddhanta Kaumudi. We have Vaishnava Simha, Vidwan Vaishnava Simha teaching the Ashtadhyayi Sutras meanings in the Ashtadhyayi Krama. So those two courses can be easily taken by anybody for understanding the meaning. But in those two courses, the first thing they will say is, have you by-hearted the sutra? That is the first thing they will ask. So this is an independent sutra. This is an independent course by itself, where we spend time to by-heart the sutras. And then we go to those courses where we learn the meanings of the sutras. This is how the learning has been structured. The learning path has been structured. So you should not ask for meanings in this course, neither ask for any bhashya explanation, etc. in this course. So I hope everybody is clear with the objectives of this course and the importance of this course and the methodology of this course. Now, if anybody has got any question, you can raise your hand, based on which I will answer. Arun Kumar Tangavel, he has a question. So you can ask your question, sir.
Sir, the WhatsApp group is the same group, right? What we have already
Same group.
joined.
Same group, no different, not a different group.
Then
It is the same
Sutra.
group.
That is Adad Dasaradibhya Panchabhyaha or Adad Dasaradibhya Panchabhyaha.
Which one?
Adad or Adad?
The Dakara is half or full, you are asking?
Yes, Adad or Adad.
It is half only. Adad Dataradibhya.
Panchabhyaha.
Half only it is.
Okay.
But most of the times when we pronounce, by mistake, it will come as Adad. So I must have told Adad only. That is why you are asking. I understand. It is half the.
Thank you.
Anybody else has got any questions? Anybody new to this? I would request everybody who are joined for this course, only 7 and 8, to put up your hand, to raise your hand. Just raise your hand so that I at least get to know how many people are new to this course. Just want to count because there are many people who already have attended. Okay, so I have some instructions and points for you. So those who are new to this course, first time you are joining for an Ashtadhyayi course, you are straight away, sir, you are teaching 7th and 8th chapter. We have not attended the 1st and 2nd chapter. Should we do that revision and come to this this course? First thing I would advise is don't go for revision of 1 and 2. There will be a break time after we finish 7 and 8. When you can go during that break time, you can go to the course on 1 and 2 and go through the videos where we have taught 1 and 2 and learn it. Don't put your effort now on 1 and 2 when you are attending 7 and 8. This is a very important point because focus on 7 and 8. Anyhow, we are not teaching the meaning. It is just like learning a shloka or learning some Vedic chant without knowing the meaning. Okay, so don't get perturbed that you have not done 1 and 2, or don't think that you have to do 1 and 2, then only you become eligible for 7 and 8. Everybody, you can attend directly 7 and 8, which we are teaching now. Don't even think that you have to do that and come here. This is the first instruction for those who have come new here. And those who have not done 1 and 2 properly, now don't attempt to do that again. I did not give the test 1 and 2, sir. Now can I give? Don't ask that question. Now we are focusing on 7 and 8. So now, sir, I was a fluent reader. Now I want to memorize. You can memorize separately and give the test later. But if I would request everybody to focus on 7 and 8 now, because there are 800 sutras. We are just having 4 or 5 extra classes than last time. We will be finishing fast because we want to finish the Ashtadhyayi, entire Ashtadhyayi in 2 years. So that is one thing. And the sutras in 3rd chapter, and fourth chapter are all, some of the big sutras are there and it will take time. So we want to, this 7 and 8 is quite easy, just like 1 and 2. It's quite easy. We can quickly do it. I would request everybody to focus on 7 and 8. Even if you have, somebody must have done 1 and 2, they must have forgotten also. So now suddenly, oh, I forgot it. Now I have to revise it. What will happen? Etc. Etc. Small children, they may get worked up. No, don't worry about it. Now focus on 7 and 8. When there is a break between 7 and 8 and a new course, which is third chapter, when it starts, there'll be at least 1 month break or 2 weeks break will be there. Some pariksha break will be there. After you finish the pariksha of this, there will be some certificate issue. Something will be there in Vyoma, because of which there will be 1 month or 1.5 month break, just like how we had break for this. I think we finished before Shivaratri. Now we are starting after Ramanavami. It's a long break actually. We should not have breaks. But there will be a break. 1.5 months break will be there. At that time, you can go for one. This is a sincere suggestion. But if you have the bandwidth to do all, that is your left to you. But let us focus on 7 and 8. I see that there are at least 8 to 10 people who have joined newly and who are doing 7 and 8. And there is nothing you have missed in 7 and in 1 and 2, which is going to be useful here. All the introduction has been given now today by Deepthi and Amogha. And if you have any doubts, you can ask in the group. There are experienced people in the group. Sharada Gopalan Bhagini is there. She will always answer all our questions. She is a veteran. She attends all our courses, and she is a sincere uh, follower of all courses. So she will definitely be there to answer some of the questions. I thank Sharda Gopalan Bhagini for taking initiative in answering some of the queries in the WhatsApp group. There are veterans like Sushila Bhagini, etc., who are attending this course for a second time. If there is any improvement required from my side, all the people who are here, they can always write to me, suggest to me. Whatever is possible to the best of the abilities, we will undertake. But this Ashtadhyayi is Chandovat, last point which I want to stress is Chandovat Sutrani Bhavanti. It is equal to the Vedas, as told by Maharshi Patanjali. Let us do it, this study with Shraddha and devotion. Let us, if you are by hearting, let us by heart. If you are studying, even if you are a fluent reader, you want to read properly, let us do it with Shraddha and devotion. Attend all classes, not miss a single class, so that our fluency will increase. Our by hearting will happen inside the class itself. Inside the class itself, when others are telling, we can practice, and it will actually, hearing to them or listening to the practice sessions itself will make us revise the thing. So don't think that first 4 classes I will attend, afterwards it will be practical class, I can miss the class. Don't do that. It will only increase the load on yourself in other time. So if you can attend, and if you are prioritized for this and this time, please attend all that. So these are my words. If anybody has got any questions, I will just lower all attendees' hands. Last question, if any question is there, we can take the question. I think there are no questions for now. There was one Bhagini who had raised, suddenly she dropped the hand. If you have more questions, you can always raise in the WhatsApp group. Our group people, some people will answer. Thank you very much for attending and continuing this study. Let us continue this with sincerity and take this time I want more memorizers. So request all of you to start memorizing. Put your attempt in memorizing this sutras. Believe me, your life will be transformed. Your way of pronunciation will be transformed. So many things will change if you by heart Ashtadhyayi sutras, which I can't explain. Only the people who have by hearted, they have told me. So Rupa Sudha Bhagini, there is one Bhagini who has by hearted the entire Ashtadhyayi, who attended our batch. You ask her, she will be telling stories about her. I don't know that she is there in this course, but she has by hearted the entire Ashtadhyayi. So there are many people who have by hearted. Once you by heart the sutras, it will take you to the next level. So let us do this with sincerity. Dhanyavadaha. Ram Ram Ram. Feel free to ask questions in the relevant questions in the WhatsApp group. Don't bombard with if any forward comes in that WhatsApp group, we are going to quickly remove that person from the WhatsApp group. No forwards, not even a single forward. This should be focused on only Ashtadhyayi related things related to Vyoma. Anything related to Vyoma can be put there. Non-Vyoma courses related to Ashtadhyayi, somebody is doing some Lagu Siddhanta Kaumudi course, put that advertisement in this group. Then 10 people will ask, when is that course? What is the duration? I am not able to access that link. So don't put other courses related information from other organizations into this group. Very, very strict about it. It may be related to Ashtadhyayi, but it is not related to Vyoma. This is Vyoma-Ashtadhyayi group. So related to Vyoma-Ashtadhyayi, the things in the group should be related to Vyoma or related to Ashtadhyayi. If it is related to that, then only please post your requests, your queries, etc. Don't bombard the group with unnecessary messages. It will create confusion in the other. So some of them may be knowing, that is a different thing. You have contact of the person, you can call that person and ask. Do whatever you want to. You help the other people. Thank you very much for a patient hearing. All these things will not be there from the second class. We will just be doing the sutras and practice. Dhanyavadaha, Ram Ram Ram, Namaskaraha. Sarve bhavantu sukhinah, sarve santu niramayaha, sarve bhadrani pashyantu, ma kaschid abhag bhavet. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Ram Ram.